I mentioned in video 12 that I was going to have a look at inline XML. Um, Welcome back to Visual Basic Express 2012. Uh, so I just wanted to do a very quick video this time looking at a simple way of using XML within a document. I'm conscious of the fact that our business programming students will be learning XML during the same year that they learn this Visual Basic. So we're back with exactly the same form that I had before, and here's the code that we were looking at last time. And all I'm going to do here really is define a new variable which is going to use a type called XElement. So we're going to define an XElement variable, and I'm going to populate that with information from our variables above that we'd already created. So here we're going to say dim XML output as XElement, and you'll see it's already recognizing the type. And now we're going to write a bit of XML. Now it's not strictly at this stage XML because it doesn't involve a number of things that an XML file really needs, but it uses this as a template for creating XML. So we have a root item. Now we use a syntax which is common amongst scripting languages for web development, which is to put the code which we're going to execute for each part of this in a angle bracket %equals. And that just tells it to execute the next piece of code in order to populate the variable. And you'll see what I mean by that in a moment. So we're going to say from value as integer, and again, value is sort of the name of a dummy loop variable. And let's take it from numbers, which is our array up here, which goes from 0 to 8. And return. And we're going to select, I'm going to take that to a new line just for clarity, number value equals % equals value. And again, so we're evaluating something within an evaluation effectively here, and we need to close the number tag. You'll see that we've already got the root tag closed here. When I typed root in, it automatically put one in there. So what I do appear to have here is a spare % greater than, so I shall delete that one. One of the auto bits put that in for me, or I typed a spare one in. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to make sure we've got a space there. I could tell that I needed to, by the way. Let's take it away again, by the colouring. So here it's all in black. So the other one technically wasn't spare, actually. I just put it in the wrong place. When I put the space in, the syntax highlighting makes it the right colour. So I want to see what that has created. So I'll come down here and I'll say text block 1 dot text plus equals, and this is plus equals is a shorthand way of adding something to the end. And Fred is the variable name that I used when I did this originally. Very naughty practice calling things variables things like Fred, so I very carefully changed it to XML output for the video and forgot when typing the last line in. So there you go. When we run this, we should get to see the output of this piece of text, this piece of programming code. So I'll run that and bring this down here, run link. So we've still got the previous thing. If you remember, it was showing 0, 3 and 6 because it's selecting the numbers that are divisible by 3. But the new bit that we've just added is this, where we have the root. I'll move this to one side, and this is exactly that same text that's there. And then we have, for each one of the variables that are in the numbers array, it's substituting the value, so that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, into this part here. So it's this bit between those angle brackets returns the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 8, which is what you see here. And you'll notice it actually returns them in quotation marks. So the number value equals is all literal text which is taken. This part between the angle brackets is put in as quotes, 0 quotes, and then after that the close angle brackets from here to the end of the line are also taken as literals. And you can export basically any sort of object as XML following this type of approach. So I'll stop that from running again. I think that's all I was going to look at in this particular episode. So again, have a play with XML and XElements. Oh, it's worth mentioning, if you're not sure about how something works, do make use of the online help. Not mentioned it before, but if you click on a particular data type, for instance XElement, and press the F1 key, what you get is your browser pops up, and I'll just resize mine to fit. Pardon the extraordinarily silly number of tabs I have, but it comes up to the MSDN Microsoft site or locally installed help, and it gives you the details as I scroll down here of what the data type can do. So it's got lots of methods and properties. As I scroll down, there's a lot of stuff. Okay, it's worth going and having a read through, though. You don't have to read everything in detail. Generally speaking, most people I know will go and they'll search the page for the relevant bit that they're interested in. Worth being aware of this and having a bit of an explore occasionally. Right, so I've talked for too long as usual. As I say, have a play with what the XElement type can do. Have a look at the other methods and properties of the data type, and see whether you can do something practical with it.